If you're over 60, there's a hidden health hazard sitting right in your kitchen, and it's not what you think. It's not about the sugar in your pantry, the salt in your shaker, or the oil in your frying pan. It's about your refrigerator. More specifically, it's about the way you store your vegetables. You see, as we get older, every single bite of food we eat matters more. Our bodies become more sensitive to nutrients, or the lack of them. So what happens when you unknowingly destroy the vitamins and minerals in your vegetables? Just by storing them the wrong way. It happens more often than you'd believe. Today on Senior Healthcare, I'm going to share 3 common vegetables that you should never put in your fridge, because refrigerating them actually strips away their nutrients, ruins their flavor, or worse, turns them into a breeding ground for bacteria. And then I'll show you 3 vegetables you absolutely must refrigerate, because keeping them at room temperature could make them spoil faster, lose their health benefits, or even make you sick. So please, if you care about your health and want to keep your meals nutritious and safe, stay with me until the end. This simple knowledge could prevent nutrient loss, protect your gut, and help you feel better every single day, without changing a single thing you eat, just where you store it. Let's begin with a common mistake that nearly every senior makes without realizing it: putting tomatoes in the fridge. Now I get it. Tomatoes seem like they'd belong in there, especially when they start to get soft. But here's the truth. When you refrigerate tomatoes, their cell walls start to break down, making them mushy and flavorless. But that's not even the worst part. Cold temperatures also stop the ripening process. And that ripening is when tomatoes develop most of their antioxidants, especially lycopene. Lycopene is one of the most powerful anti-aging compounds we can eat, helping to protect against heart disease, inflammation, and even certain cancers. So when you refrigerate your tomatoes, you're not just ruining the texture, you're cutting off the very nutrients your body needs the most. Instead, keep them on the counter, out of direct sunlight, and let them ripen naturally. They'll taste better, and your body will thank you for it. The next vegetable you should never refrigerate might surprise you even more: onions. Yes, onions. So many people toss them into the fridge thinking they'll last longer, but cold and humidity can actually make onions spoil faster. Why? Because moisture in the fridge softens the outer layers, causing mold and mush to develop from the inside out. On top of that, onions absorb moisture and smells from surrounding foods, which can change their taste and even cause digestive upset in sensitive seniors. Instead, store your onions in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated place, like a pantry or a basket on the counter. Keep them away from potatoes, though, because when stored together, both veggies release gases that cause the other to rot faster. Now here's one more vegetable you've probably been refrigerating your entire life, but you absolutely shouldn't: garlic. Garlic is a superfood. It's been used for centuries to fight inflammation, lower blood pressure, and support immunity, which is especially important for older adults. But the moment you put garlic in the fridge, you interrupt its natural curing process. Cold temperatures cause garlic to sprout, turning the cloves bitter and weakening their medicinal properties. Worse, sprouted garlic can develop mold, and that's the last thing you want to put in your body. Keep garlic in a dry, dark corner of your kitchen, ideally in a mesh bag or basket. This helps it breathe and stay fresh for weeks or even months. Now let's flip the script. What about the vegetables you must refrigerate, especially if you're a senior? These are the ones that can go bad quickly at room temperature, and when they do, they lose their nutrients fast or become dangerous to eat. The first one, leafy greens like spinach, kale, and lettuce. These veggies are packed with folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants that fight aging from the inside out. But the moment they're left out of the fridge, especially in a warm kitchen, they wilt and lose moisture. This speeds up nutrient loss dramatically. Even worse, wilting greens can become a magnet for bacteria, and for older adults with weaker immune systems, that's a serious risk. So always store your leafy greens in the fridge, preferably in the crisper drawer with a paper towel to absorb excess moisture. Just remember to wash them right before use, not before storing, so they stay fresh longer. The second vegetable you absolutely must refrigerate is broccoli. Broccoli is like nature's multivitamin. It's loaded with vitamin C, fiber, and compounds like sulforaphane that may help prevent cancer. But broccoli is also highly perishable. If you leave it out on the counter, it starts to yellow and wilt quickly, and that means the antioxidants are breaking down too. Refrigeration slows this process significantly and helps retain the crispness and nutrient density that make broccoli such a powerful food for aging well. To make it last even longer, store it in a perforated plastic bag in the fridge. Avoid sealing it too tightly, because it needs a little airflow to stay fresh. And finally, here's one you might have gotten mixed advice about: carrots. Some people think carrots don't need refrigeration, but if you're serious about preserving their crunch, color, and nutrients, especially beta-carotene, you need to keep them cold. At room temperature, carrots start to become limp and lose their firmness. Worse, the sugar in carrots can cause them to spoil faster in warm conditions. And here's something many seniors don't know: when carrots become too soft, they become more prone to bacterial contamination, which can lead to digestive issues. So, store your carrots in the fridge, ideally in a container with a little water or in a produce bag to keep them crisp and safe. Now, I know some of this might go against what you've always done. Maybe you grew up storing onions in the fridge or leaving your spinach on the counter for days. But your body today isn't the same as it was at 30 or 40. As we age, our digestive system becomes more delicate, our immune response slows down, and our need for every vitamin and mineral becomes even more critical. That means even small changes, like storing the right vegetables the right way, can make a big difference in how you feel day to day. You might notice more energy, fewer stomach issues, better immune health, and even clearer skin and sharper memory over time. That's how powerful food storage can be. So let's do a quick recap, just to lock it in. Never refrigerate tomatoes, onions, or garlic. Store them in cool, dry places outside the fridge to protect their flavor, texture, and nutrients. On the flip side, always refrigerate leafy greens, broccoli, and carrots. These vegetables need a cold environment to stay fresh and safe, and to give you the most benefit possible with every bite. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to Senior Healthcare. We're here every day with new science-backed tips to help you stay strong, independent, and full of life. And don't keep this to yourself. Share it with someone you love. A friend, a spouse, a parent. Because small changes like this can add up to big improvements in energy, digestion, and overall health. and you deserve to feel your best every day, starting now.